Hey everyone, just got back from the gym. It's like 9:45, a little later than I would like, but it happens. Ryan was a little bit late coming over here to pick me up. Uh, we did a little chest and wanted to do some cardio, but I didn't get to because he has some project he needs to work on. Um, Pablo at work was in today, so we went to the gym together, but he worked shoulders yesterday, so we had to change it up because I wanted to work out with him because I hadn't seen him in a couple days. Um, so we ended up doing legs today, so that was a big change up for me. But change is good. I got to try some of the ice cream that I made for myself last night. This morning before I went to work, I made some peanut butter and jelly ice cream from a little video I saw on the Snapchat Discover part of the application, and it turned out really good. It's just a heavy cream, condensed milk, and peanut butter, vanilla, salt, and jelly. So you just basically mix it up, and then it turned out really nice. I enjoyed it thoroughly, so that's good. What else? Working on a project at work, trying to set up this competition for some of the workers at all of our different locations. Um, and the group I'm working with is kind of funny. It's just me and two ladies, and the one lady is just like really bossy, and she's just really upsetting the other lady that we're working with. So that's kind of funny. It's just some people are easier to work with and some people are not. But anyway, all of that aside, I wanted to talk today about trading and the stock market. So basically, um, the market sort of represents financially how companies are doing. If a company is doing pretty well and they release their first quarter results, for example, because most companies, if not all, release quarterly results, so 4 times a year, on their earnings and how they're doing and whatnot. If they do well, then the stock is most likely to go up, which is where something called insider trading can come in. If you work at a company and you have access to that information before the public does, then you can get in trouble because you'd be cheating the system and making money basically guaranteed. Anyway, so these numbers that are associated with all these what are called publicly traded companies isn't 100%. Like, it's not a definite thing. It fluctuates sometimes more than others. Like a company that doesn't have very many shares available, like the company I work at, is very volatile, and that means that it's more likely to jump up or down with little change. If a lot of people buy a certain share, it becomes more valuable and the price goes up. If a lot of people sell and get rid of the shares that they own, the price will go down. So basically what you want, if you're a trader or even an investor, investor is basically for longer periods of time. A trader is someone that would want to, trade and make money as fast as possible. But I'll get more into that. If you're trading, you'd want to basically buy at a low price and sell at a high price. And what that basically means is, say a company X is $1 a share, and you're like, oh, cool, I want to participate in buying shares from this company. So it's $1 for every share, and anyone, except if you work in an investment brokerage, then you have certain rules. But anyone besides those people can, like you or me, can open up a Scottrade or an E-Trade and basically buy and sell stocks. What you would do with that $1 a share company is spend a certain amount of your money. Say you have $10,000 that you don't need. Well, anyway, say you got $10,000 and you would buy shares with that money for that company. company X that we said was $1 a share. So you'd have 10,000 shares. That price is constantly fluctuating, going up and down as the markets open. I'm in Illinois, so the market opens up here at 8:30 and closes at 3 p.m. Monday through Friday, and it's closed on holidays. So basically, during that time, it's just going up and down, all the different numbers, all the different markets, in America at least. And basically, you can sell at any time during the markets being open. So say the market opened up and it was $1, and you bought really quick, and you've got these 10,000 shares. Throughout the day, it might go up or down. Say it ends up going up 12 cents. So it's $1.12 right now. It went 12 cents up a share. What that means is it went up 12% because 12 cents is 12% of $1. So right now it's at plus 12%. So anything that you had at that price is going to be 12% more. So you have 10,000 shares because you spent $10,000, and at $1.12, that would end up being $11,200. And if you were to sell at that point, then your account that you have with either E-Trade, Scottrade, Ameritrade, that account would have $11,200 now instead of the $10,000 that you put in. So that's how you make that money. This is taxable income. Or is it just principal? Wait. What I'm trying to say is that that money that you gained will go directly into your earnings for the end of the year tax return, basically. So say that year you made $100,000 at work, and you did make this trade, and that the difference, which is $11,200 minus $10,000 that you put in would be $1,200. So your earnings for that year would be your $100,000 that you made plus that $1,120. No, oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm an engineer. I should know how to do math in my head, but I'm recording myself. It would be $100,000 that you made at your job plus the 1,000, no, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm so silly. $1,200. I'm so sorry about that. That wouldn't actually change your tax bracket, at least to my knowledge. I did look up the tax brackets earlier to see where you are. And if you make, if you're single, if you're married, there's different tax brackets. And at the end of the year, whichever tax bracket you fall under is how much percent of your income you need to give to the government. And if you already gave more than that amount, then they give you a tax return because you've paid more than what you needed to pay already. If you've paid less, then you owe the government money according to them and their calculations. So I don't think $1,000 for 1 year is going to ever change you in a tax bracket unless you're right at the border. But it could happen, which would suck if you went up a tax bracket by gaining $1,000, and then that actually ends up taking more because you make so much money elsewhere. But that's something else. But that can happen, I'm sure. Where was I? Also, while I'm talking about taxes, I used to do my taxes before I bought my house because, I mean, anyone can do it. That's something that you should teach in school, writing a check, learning how to take care of a house, stuff that you'll actually need in life. How to open up a bank account, stuff like that. I mean, a lot of it's straightforward, but they make the tax system purposely complicated, in my opinion. I'm sure other people think the same thing. I don't think that they try to purposely rip off people, but I feel like them, the top 1%, or whatever you want to call it, the powerful people, kind of want to keep the lower people in the dark so that we're easier to deal with, I guess. That's just my opinion. I mean, obviously, that might not be true, but who knows. So they make it just so complicated. I decided to try to do it myself, and I ended up doing it. I did my taxes for 2 years while I was at my apartment. But then once I purchased my house, I knew that there would be like 2 or 3 more forms. So I just started doing it at H&R Block. So I just pay like $200 now for them to do it. And my parents are like, just do TurboTax. It's like 50 or 60 bucks, and then you can just do it yourself on the computer. But I just pay the extra so I can just go there, and I can guarantee that they will take care of any problems if anything does come up. Yeah, there is another form if you do trade that you do need to fill out that will actually give you more information for your 1040. Like once you calculate what your income from trading was, you add that on to one of the boxes and it just goes right into your income. While I'm talking about that, I guess I'll just combine my 2 ideas for videos into one. This is just like basic